I come from Ireland originally, so much less rocky and cooler than California. So I was always interested in space. And I think when you're in different levels of school when you're a kid, it's easy to think that the only ways you can study space is to do astronomy or to do physics. But then later on, when I was in undergrad, I discovered that you can do geology in space. And that was brilliant because I enjoyed more kind of the process of doing a geological analysis because it ties together a lot of different skill sets. And I enjoyed that. So I think it's important for people to know that you can do pretty much any type of science, and then apply it to space. So I started on the Dawn mission in 2010, about a year before we arrived at Vesta. And at that point, I had just graduated undergrad in Ireland. I'd focused on terrestrial geology, and I knew I wanted to specialize in planetary geology. And I got the opportunity to come over here to the US and do grad school. So I started then just at the beginning of grad school and worked on Vesta for 5 years or so. It was really great. I really enjoyed it. It was a brilliant opportunity to be integrated into the team like that. I found that I got integrated quite quickly and got involved with a lot of the geologic mapping and some of the geologic analysis. And I found the team to be very welcoming, and it was a great opportunity to work on an active mission during grad school. The prevalent feature that is on Vesta and on Ceres are the craters, and they were also kind of very surprising because initially before we got to Vesta and Ceres, we thought that Vesta would be more rocky and have a lot of craters, but it was thought that Ceres would be much more ice-rich and maybe have no craters at all. It was thought that they might relax out because ice is quite a weak material. So the fact that we see a lot of craters on both bodies was actually quite surprising. And it indicates to us that Vesta, as predicted, is quite rocky, mostly rock, but then that Ceres is probably more of a mix of ice and rock and maybe some salty materials as well. Yeah, so I think when I was a child, you tend to think that you can do anything and you could be all these crazy careers and stuff, and I think it's important to remember that you can do it in the end. So because it's tempting to think that, oh, I won't be the one that's chosen, but they have to choose somebody, so I think that's the big point. They have to choose somebody, and you can put yourself in the best position to be that person that's chosen to kind of get your dream career.